So today what we are going to do is basically stock data analysis and build a web application using Python, ChatGPT, and Streamlit. So what does it mean? Mean that is we'll scrap the data from website, which is basically your finance, and then we'll be do some very basic plots, like a moving average, and from there we will use to deploy the same plot in Streamlit. Okay, so how to do that? So um, the environment I'm using is VS Code. So you can install the VS Code, which is fine, and then you will see that interface like this. You go in new file, you will look at for the Jupyter notebook or any Jupyter other notebook. It's works for well. Okay, so the next thing what I'm going to do is I would like to write a the code basically. So the code is what I would like to write is first the libraries I want. So library is basically in Python. What does it mean by the library is on that where normally library there's a lot of books stays there, but here in the library what stays is basically a lot of codes. Okay, so the first thing I would like to write is import yfinance, yo finance. Let me just change um these one over here, and I'll close these one. I'll just open. I come here. Let me close these and totally open from the scratch. Yeah, the start files, the Jupyter notebook. Okay, so what we are going to do is from here, just a second. I'm working on different things here. Okay, yes. So first we want to do is import basically yfinance as ym. So you can see that I already installed the my copilot. So that's why it shows that that it's already getting right there. But yeah, so yfinance as yf. Then next thing is I want to import pandas because I'll be using pandas data frame. Pandas as PD. Next thing is sorry, import numpy as as np. Next, import matplotlib pyplot as plt because we want to plot something. We run it. It asks me which environment, so I do any of these. That doesn't matter. It shows it's running it. It's as installed, it will there. If it is not installed, you do keep install your finance there, and you will see that if there is something needed to install, it can be installed. And yeah, you can see that it's already installed, so it doesn't matter that I install it or not right now, so I don't have to update. So you can close these one now. Next thing goes is which ticker or the stocks we are looking for. So you can see that I'm looking for ticker is Apple. So like basically Apple stock will be analyzing, which is that's why I put it AAPL Apple. And then we can do is the data frame is equal to yf dot download, which is it'll start downloading ticker. Ticker is already Apple, so the Apple will be there. Then it will be starts at 2020 01, so like January 01, and it says like it will stays at 2021 01. So basically 1 year data. What you can do is you can change it so you get 3 years of data. Here you run it so you can see that it's ran. So to check it like what is inside that, right? Uh, and you see that this is the Apple data that is comes there, and then it shows that each day, like I'm looking at top 5 basically. By default it comes as 5. If you want to look for top 15, you can just change it. What it shows you that close. So what is the closing price for particularly today? Suppose like January 2nd, because January 1st is the holiday, then what is the total high, like high on that day and low on the stock open. So what number it's open, what is the price basically, and the volume. So like how much volume it's actually traded on that day, which is fine, which is very basic. You can do that. Uh, One more thing you can actually build it, that how much return you can make it, if it is the percentage wise, if you are doing the daily trade on that day. So let's put it as df dot return, return, yeah, and then you will see that what it does is df dot return, what it is happening is it's looking for df close, so that it close, what are the percentage changes are there. So what will it will done is from previous day and now, like the next day, what is the return, it will just make another column, and then it will shows there. So let me show you how it works. I'll do the default. So you can see that there's a NA there because the first day it's not taking the, like the January 1st was closed. We don't have the data, so that's why it's NA. But then you see that there are less than 1%, so which is basically it's in a percentage change. And there, so you can calculate that how much percentage change is happening there, which is very good. Next thing, what are you going to do is basically now we're going to see that what will be the plot, how it's look like. So plt dot figure, here by default is you can put like the figure size 10 by 4, so which is basically it will be width will be 10 and then height will be 5, sorry, 10 by 5. Then what you want to do is, if you want to just do like plt, next line plt dot plot close. So basically what you are looking at, you are looking for the closing price for that particularly like each day, and you are looking for the level will be the close price. Then what you are looking for, the title you want to make like the stock price, then the PLTX level is date, PLT Y level is a price. I can put it as a dollar sign because it's a USD, and then PLT listen, and then the final is the PLT soft, right? Just run it. So you see that it shows basically the daily data. So you can see that the Apple stocks is went up. It was a little bit down at the during COVID time, but it went up 2022, and then again coming out there. So you can do the same thing if you just change Apple to Google here. Yeah, you can see the Google, and the same thing it will happen, and then the whole thing will be changing. It shows that it's also similar trend pattern. It kind of shows that from here it goes up and also goes down, and actually it's went down um really uh from like 2022. Anyway, so you got the understanding what happening here. Next thing what I would like to make is basically um so it's the moving average 20 days and 50 days moving average, how to build that one. Hope everybody knows what is the 20-day and 50-day moving average. Basically, so basically what it does is it's slowly like it's like a rolling average. Each 20 days it will happening there, and then it will be moving on to the next one. So for that, what you have to first do is I have to do the clean the data sets, because they are possible that there are any in there, because already um, I calculated some values are there, that is has any. So df clean is that. Let's put as clean. Next is df clean that now here df clean, and then I want aim a, so I'm making another um variable called MA20, which is like 20 days moving average, as I already installed chat copilot. It's already coming that df clean close. So it's like taking the closing things and then it building the rolling. For the window is 20 days, and then same thing, it will be building. It's already knows that I want clean MA50. So it shows me basically 50-day moving average. It's already coming there. And then if I just run it, so it's ran. And if you want to see what is a DF clean look like, um, it will shows you, sorry, dot head. Um, it shows that some innings are there because that's supposed to be there. But if you put 30, then I think it should come some values. Yeah, because 30 days moving average, so you can see that moving average starts after a certain time period, and the 50 days is the same thing. But when you're plotting, we can't plot these particular things with NA. So what you have to select is basically another variable. You can select df1 is equal to df clean copy, not a copy. What we're going to do is basically slice it out the variables. So slice it out the variables is what I want the close MA20, MA50, which is basically these three variables. So the closing date every day, what is the moving average 20 days and 50 days, right? And then I want to see what is in that variable, right? df1 dot head 30 is too much, but still I can say that, so that you see that it's picked it up. One more thing we have to do is, because I don't want drop any, so it moves my any value. So you can see that only it starts from 16, and then you see that that only 16th of March, and then it gives me only the value that has no any, right, proper value. So what I'm going to do is similar way. I have to plot it here. plt dot figure 1417, because we need a little more space. plt dot close, called plt dot clean ma20. So actually no, that's I'm doing wrong, because this should be df1, right? So this is df1 here, then this should be df1 here. That's done. Then same thing, plot df1 m20 50, which is 50-day moving average. PLT plots are stock price moving with moving average, basically the title, the date, that the price in a dollar, legend, and then show. So it shows there. So you see that it has the blue lines is basically your closing price. Then there's a orange line, which is like 20-day moving average, and then 50-day moving average. That's fine. So that's basically analysis there, right? And then what I want to do is basically build a web-based app where I can just change this number, like the ticker number, and the date. Now what is happening is basically I have the date is fixed, but I want to do that, and then it should work there. So what I did is basically ask the ChatGPT here that give me the code which I can see the stock ticker from the UI. So first I asked them actually that to deploy the Tesla stock in Streamlit, give me the complete and depositable script, deployable script. And then I say like I want a UI for the stock sticker, so it will give me the UI. You can select Tesla and all the stuff. So basically it's the same thing. yfinance, YA, pandas, PD, matplotlib, pyplot, PLT, Streamlit as a ST, because the Streamlit is the where we'll be deploying, and the application title will be like moving average analysis. Sidebar header will be analysis settings. There will be a ticker, date range. So it will be from start date PD on the side. It'll, if it is not there, so it will just take 2024-0101, and then end date is basically the today. Then the interesting things comes around when the variable works here. So it's the cache data happens here, then different. definition of the load data. So you get the ticker. Ticker is basically whichever the stock you are choosing, start and end. So like start and end date, all the calculation, drop in and all the stuffs. Then here the execution part happen, like the try, the load the data. So it's called the function. Then the subheader happens, then the plot happens, and if it is doesn't work, then it comes like this. Okay, and it gives the installation that if you are running in a bash, what will happen, and if you're running there. So what I did is basically went there, copy, and then what I did it is I come back here in my my workspace basically, and what I did is new file and then Python, and then I pasted it, right, and then I save it, and it's look for where I can save. So let's put like a stock analysis .py. I can just save it in my desktop, like this. And what we have to do is basically have to open the terminals here. Basically, actually the problem of saving in a desktop is having a problem. Let me save somewhere. Here is save as in the documents. I have a demo file here, and then I put like stock analysis py. What you have to do is I have to change my location, basically this location to the particular location I saved it, right? So then it knows that from where it to take, right? So here save it here. This will save as IPNB1, which is fine. Then you see that this is demo is there. Just to check ls, you put it there. So you will see that all the files are there. It's already existed. So we need the stock analysis.py, right? So what you want to do is basically what he's saying, like you have to write down Streamlit run and then particularly the py file needed, right? So let's put Streamlit run, and then we do stock analysis.py and run. It will open a Streamlit not found. So basically I probably wrote it wrong spelling. Yeah, the Streamlit spelling is wrong. Let's put it that. Yeah, it's now run and then stock. Yeah, it should run there. Yeah, you see that it's running, and it's open a window where you can see that Tesla is there, and then it shows like stock moving average and stuff's there, and it shows you can play with stuffs here. So it gives you some UI, the recent data on all the stuff. So which is basically 16 July. So you can see that after today 16 July, you can work on that. If you want to move to suppose like right, let's go from 2015 1st of January. So it shows you there, so that the Tesla, how it moves from one direction to another direction. And then if you want to do the Google GGOG, so you can see same thing. It was very low at the beginning, but it's also moving. But you have to look at like this is the ticker number, right? I don't know about NVIDIA. Let me NVIDIA stock ticker. So it's called NVDA. So I just copy and then go there and paste it. You can see this is a difference thing happening. 2015 is really odd number. You can see from here, so you can see that's the difference is happening. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you understood what we are doing here. And then please subscribe my channel so I can give more videos like this one. Thank you.